What's up, YouTube? So we're back on the cheap excavator project. This is the retention spring setup that was in the undercarriage. Didn't know I had a retention spring setup. I had to do some research and found out that this was in the undercarriage. And so I had a hell of a time trying to figure out how to get it out of there because it was like rust welded in there, and there was like 10 pounds of clay packed in here. This is after pressure washing it. The springs or the coils just kind of disintegrated, and I'll show you the process I used to get the other one out on camera. All right, so here I'm gonna attempt my first pull with the come along. Hardest part about using this and trying to get this out is finding a purchase point in there. I ended up snapping the cable on this come along. It was in there so tight, rust welded and packed clay. So I moved on to a Porta Power, used few different chains and hooks. I think in this part I'm using my buddy's frame bench hook on a chain, and it could barely grab the edge of that retention spring. This is a 8-ton Porta Power, so and it couldn't break the seal where that was rusted in the back, holding it up, and all the crap that was hanging it up. So I moved on to pressure washing in here and trying to break the suction or whatever's holding it up, and just trying to free up the sides of all the material that was stuck in this undercarriage, and trying to find a better purchase point with removing some of that material behind those plates back there. Okay, so now I got a lot of that material out of there, and made it a little bit more room for a purchase point on that plate. I took a chain hook and hacked off one of the ends to make it less of a round circle, so it was more of just a sharp hook, and was able to get a good grasp on that plate back there. And I went back to the Porta Power, and right here, can't really see much, but it pops right here. And I heard the pop, so I knew it was freed off the back. So I went back to the come along and drug it out here. You can see here it's smoked. That's how the other one looked when I pulled it from the machine, and the coil just disintegrated when I pressure washed it. And I looked for these things through Komatsu, and I can't remember what the price was through Komatsu, but they were way more than I wanted to spend. And just the spring alone was, I think, $260 a piece. So I was looking for aftermarket stuff and couldn't find it really. Could find some stuff on Alibaba, but you'd have to buy a pack of 20 or something like that. So that wasn't an option. I sourced the spring around through spring companies, and they were all hovering around the same price. So I didn't want to go that route, and I ended up finding a cheap fix and I'll show you what I ended up doing to fix these things in the next video.